Hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, I brought in this large Pyracantha. It kind of struggled a little bit at the start of the year. It dropped a lot of leaves and it wasn't really growing too well. And I don't know, it seemed to be when I looked around at other people's, even ones in their gardens, they were all seemed to be struggling. The leaves went black and stuff. But it seemed to drop all them leaves and it recovered, and now it's growing pretty good again. As you can see, I kind of just left it grow for a while. So today I want to get it back in shape a bit. Get rid of some of these long branches now and try and get it to start filling out a bit more rather than just sending out long shoots. So let's see how we get on with that. So I'm just taking off all these little suckers off the trunk. You see it's quite a big gnarly looking trunk. I did do some work on it because it had a big lump up here which made the trunk, as is, it isn't very tapered, but with that up there it looked even worse. So I kind of carved out this so there's actually a hole goes all the way through here and out to the back. I carved a chunk out of it here as well, just to thin out this top a bit. So yeah, so we're just gonna basically get it pruned back a bit. So we'll start back here. There's some old flowers that died off, and now, even though it's time for berries, there's some berries here, we've still got some flowers as well. So it kind of, after it dropped the leaves, it's like it started its cycle again. So we'll just kind of clean it up now. Now it's starting to grow strong, and hopefully we can get it to thicken up more than just sending out lots and lots of little long shoots. This one back here, it's obviously in the shade, there's not a lot growing on this at all, so I'll just take that one off. Another one I could do with turning more often, but it's kind of at the back because it's so big. I have it behind at the back of the bench, so it's not an easy tree to get to. Ideally what I could do with is putting it on a turntable. Maybe I'll put it on a turntable up there. I have a few spare ones, so I'll put it on a turntable, then I can just spin it easily without having to lift it out and trying to turn it round. That might work. So when I got this tree, it had 100 of these thin branches just sticking out everywhere, all over the whole tree. It looked okay with all the foliage on it, but underneath all the foliage it was just a spaghetti of branches, and so I took a lot of them off. See, these branches are just growing too long out of the profile. Need to try and get it back down now. I'll start getting the profile to fill out a bit better. And I want that one there or up here. We'll do there for now. Still probably has way too many branches on it, but it kind of is what it is now. I'm just going to make it look as best as I can. Some of these I can take out completely. Use the scissors to knock the leaves out because it's got a lot of thorns on it. Get another one, it's like it's just shot out. The worst thing about them is they tend to try and want to grow straight up, like most trees. When you leave it to grow on a bit, you just end up with all these rocket branches. So maybe I can get it under control a bit more, just like this. What am I supposed to do with that? That's no good to me. Gotta take it off. The only good thing is at least you can see more of the trunk. Because I have a nice big old gnarly trunk. Again, another one at the top there and this big one at the back. Practically trees themselves. I could plant some and as cuttings, but I don't think I need any more of these guys. Okay, so looking at it now, got it a bit more in shape. Still think the top needs to come down a bit more. I'm going to reduce all these top branches down a bit. So that's looking a bit better. You can see how big and gnarly the trunk is. Not ideal, doesn't have great taper or anything, but it kind of is what it is. Has another big lump here. Here we can get rid of. Okay, so I think that'll do for this one. What I will do is I will keep up with the pruning a bit more. I'm going to keep trying to prune it a bit more and try and keep the foliage a bit tighter. Maybe just pinch out the ends and so you can get more branching going on, so that we can build better and bigger pads. If we can get these bigger, like this one, we can get rid of ones like this. We could build one or two, maybe that one back there or something. Have less branches but thicker pads. Okay, since we're on to Pyracantha, I may as well bring in a couple of my other small ones and we'll just have a look at them, see is there anything we need to do with them. Just to basically check them out, do a bit of an update on them, and then at least the video will be just all about the Pyracanthus. Okay, so I'll go and get another one of my other small ones, and we'll have a look at that. Okay, so the next one I have is this one over the golem, little statue. Again, this one suffered. It all went black, the leaves, and then they all dropped off, and then it sent out new leaves. I don't know, it's a disease or something they get, maybe, I don't know. But as you can see, it's coming along well again. So we'll just, like the last one, try and get it a bit more tidied up. Just move over this way a bit so we can see what we're doing. So I don't think we want to branch right above his head here. So take that one out. Do I want to branch down here? This one's getting too big and strong. So get rid of that. And maybe that one. This one will just reduce back to this leaf. Back here, I think I'll leave the two of them. I'll just take it off these little one's got off trunk. Little one here growing, I'll leave that one alone. Again, not a lot to do on this one, just to tidy it up a little bit. Just trying to decide on this branch back here. I think we can take that one back quite a bit. Let's take it back to here. To an outward facing branch. Okay, so I think he's more or less done and sorted. There's a few weeds in there we can pull out. Yeah, so they all seem to suffer, and now they're all growing like crazy, so at least they survived it. They have dried out a couple of times too, so I've put my drip feeders on them all, because they do tend to dry out quickly, these guys. I'll just put this one side, we'll finish the weeding after, so I don't want to match me weeding it all. So we'll put him away and just give you a bit of a closer look at him. So it's coming along. It was just a cutting that I put on him. Okay, so for the last one we have this guy. I didn't bother bringing them all in. I have a few more smaller ones, but these guys are the ones that are the main kind of ones. I presume this is a root from the tree. This is planted on a stone, and the stone kind of has legs. It just naturally has legs, so it's like a tabletop. And I planted it on this just to put it in a show one time. I had it on it, and it was full of berries when I had it in the show. Looked well, as you can see, it's full of berries again this year, but it's a lot looser. Not as many berries as it normally has. It normally is very compact with a lot of berries. It did dry out a couple of times until I had the water drip thing on it. With it being on the stone, I put it in this to try and get the roots to grow into it, which they have. You can see the roots of it. Slow it down a bit so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Let me move that one out of the way so it's not interfering. Yeah, so you can see there's roots all in this pot now. They're even growing out of this pot, so it's probably, or this tray, it's probably needs repotting again. Maybe I'll take it off. Yeah, it's all lifting. Let's just have a look. Yeah, you can see it's matter roots, so it's filled this bottom pot as well. So maybe it's time to take it off this stone. It does struggle. Has to be in this tray to survive. So maybe if I took it off this stone, we could actually turn it into a really nice little tree, because it's the one that flowers the most. It's covered in flowers, and then it gets covered in berries every year. For such a small tree, it kind of looks a bit ridiculous. There's so many flowers on it when it does flower. Okay, so let's have a look at the tree. Because it's covered in berries, I'm not going to do a lot with it, but this branch here obviously is going crazy. We could get rid of that one. In fact, that branch and that branch have fused together, have they? It's like that one and that one have managed to fuse together. Weird. Okay, I'll just take that one off, that hang down. I've got a branch coming in here, we'll get rid of that one. And again, not a lot else. The berries, it's funny, normally there's a lot more berries on it in clusters. Maybe with the weather we've been having. But I think I'll leave it, I'll let it get the orange berries and that, and then we'll give it a prune afterwards. This branch here we can maybe take off. But it's getting a nice kind of trunk structure. You see it comes up and then up that way, and then back this way and then back forward again. So yeah, there's one going in there as well, we can get rid of him. Okay, so that one's didn't really need much doing, just them couple of big branches really. Other than that, it's okay, you can go back out. I was tempted before about taking off this bottom branch and building the tree like that, if you imagine it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think I should leave that bottom branch or take it off? But that should do for today, I think. We'll put them back out, put the water drippers back into them, and like I said, I'm going to try and keep on top of the pruning with them. Try and get them to thicken up a bit more, because they used to have a bit more padding on them. I just left them this year because they struggled at the start of the year. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.